We're going to study question tags now. So in order to do that, I want you to read this interview with a retired police inspector who is an expert on Jack the Ripper. So first of all, you're going to pause the video. You're going to read the interview carefully, looking up words you don't understand in the dictionary. And please pay attention to all the questions that you find in the interview. So pause the video, read the interview, and then come back to me. So if you paid attention to the questions that you find in the interview, you see that there are questions like the ones that we know. For example, who are the main suspects? And there are other questions that are together with sentences like this one. You were a detective with Scotland Yard, weren't you? And then we have this one. It's incredible, isn't it? And then we have this one. There's been another recent theory, hasn't there? So what's the difference between these very short questions at the end of a sentence with the normal questions that we know? These are called question tags, and they are often used to check something that you already think it's true. So you are sort of confirming information, or you want the other person to agree with you, what you're saying. These question tags are formed with an auxiliary verb or a modal verb. Let's look at the examples here. You were a detective with Scotland Yard, weren't you? It's incredible, isn't it? But you don't think she's right, do you? There's been another recent theory, hasn't there? So what's the connection between the question tag, this very short question, and the verb of the sentence? So if you pay attention, if the verb is in the affirmative, the question tag is in the negative. If the verb is in the negative, the question tag is in the affirmative. What we need to pay attention to is that we have to use the auxiliary from the sentence and the same subject or the pronoun from the sentence. So we form question tags with the correct auxiliary verb or modal verb, with a pronoun, and we have to pay attention to negative or affirmative statements. If the sentence is in the affirmative, the question tag is in the negative. If the sentence is in the negative, the question tag is in the affirmative. So now you can go on and read the explanation on the platform.